multi-property squeeze pages. So here's some ideas for squeeze pages. So and before I go too far with this, I just want to tell you a little bit more about what the heck I'm talking about. So here's my website. I am logged in as a consumer. I can see that because it says Sylvia. So if you were logged into my website, you know, it have your name here, meaning you have come in as a lead before, and now kvCore knows me. It knows my behaviors as a consumer looking at it. So here's the front of my page, and I don't know, let's see. I want to go maybe to this, I'm looking at this open house widget, and I want to see what that's about. And I don't know, okay, oh, this one looks neat. It actually really does look neat. Okay, I like that house. Let's see, I'm going to look at it. And I'm already logged in, so it's not going to force my registration because it already knows who I am. And in the CRM, what's going to happen on the back end, my kvCore will tell me that this consumer, Sylvia Dana, is interested in this property. Okay, so you know, I could just look around at stuff as a consumer and just, you know, not really know what's going on and just not really have any goals. And you don't know, as the agent, you don't know what my goals are. However, if I decided to curate the content from my kvCore website into a group, so multifamily properties under $250,000, for example, or homes in the zip code 49506 with pools. You know, if I put these different types of properties together in groups that will attract specific types of buyers, that's what I want to do with a squeeze page. Okay, so it's going to help attract people, different types of buyers, to your squeeze page, to your website using squeeze pages. That's what a squeeze page is going to do. It's like fly paper and flies saying, ooh, we like whatever that is, we're going to stick to it. Okay, that's what a squeeze page is. Okay, so back to this. So the types of squeeze pages. So you can do, like I just said one. So, you know, an open house list. So maybe an open houses in a particular zip code. Price ranges. Like, okay, here's all the homes in our city. So I live in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Our average in the Grand Rapids area, general area, is not a huge high number. The average is 225. So maybe I could say, you know, here is, you know, all the homes in Grand Rapids between 175 and 250, because that's kind of the average. So, you know, I might do price ranges, or maybe, you know, I want to attract this higher price point. So here's all your homes, 300,000 to 500,000, you know, something like that. Maybe I could, you know, say, oh, here's all the recently reduced properties. Are you looking for a deal? Well, here's all the recently reduced properties in the county. Or here's all the properties that are fixer uppers in this neighborhood. Or here's all the properties that have at least an acre of land or more than 10 acres of land. You know, so you have to think about a variety of different types of buyers that you could possibly attract or could want to attract, and think about what might catch them. So maybe bedroom. So maybe in your area, like, it's easy to get a 3-bedroom, but maybe it's not that easy to get a 4-bedroom. So maybe, you know, well, you know, so you could say, well, here's all the homes in our county that have 4 bedrooms at least, and at least 2 full bathrooms. You know, if you're looking for, you know, larger family homes, something like that. Or all the listings in a specific area, specific neighborhood, or maybe condos at a certain price range, or adult 55. Oops, I missed the multifamily we talked about. Or, you know, all the homes with pools. So there's all these different possibilities of different types of multi-property squeeze pages to attract people. So now we're gonna build a couple, okay? So here I am in my kvCore dashboard, okay? I'm gonna try to close a couple of dealios, okay. And it's gonna go kind of slow, and I'm sorry. All right, ready? I would love to know who is on this so that I can feel good about myself and I'm not wasting my time. Who is on here has not ever built a squeeze page before? I mean, if I could just hear from 3 of you in a chat, I'd be happy. If I could teach 3 of you something new tonight, that would make me happy. Oh, good, never. 1, 2, 3, okay. Mike, you still haven't? Harvey, that's good, you're willing and able. All right, so good, there's lots of you still who haven't. So we're gonna do this tonight. All right. Okay. All right, so here we are on our kvCore dashboard. This is our back end. More people are chatting with me. Okay, lots of people still telling me they have not built a squeeze page yet. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Here we are, and see this lead engine? I'm gonna click on lead engine, okay? And then right here it says IDX squeeze page. That's step 2. So step 1 is lead engine. Step 2 is IDX squeeze page. And there's a little drop down and it's gonna have you select your domain. Now, the reason that is there is because I think there are some, you know, some team accounts. And so with these team accounts, they're different URLs. So there's an option, but so choose yours and then click on start building. Okay. And it leads us right to the multi-property squeeze pages. So see these tabs, we've got multi-property, we've got single property, seller squeeze pages, and market reports. We're focusing right now on multi-property squeeze pages. So we're gonna do one, simple one, and then I'm going to show you how I post it in Facebook, just as an example. You can use the link to post it in a variety of places, but we're gonna do Facebook, and I'm also gonna talk about saving the link, and I'm also gonna talk about my kvCore template 2.0. This is my kvCore setup template that I freely share to anybody who wants it. It's sort of a training template, and it helps organize you in your setup. And last week we talked about the website setup, and we already did that one. And now we're going to talk about the lead generation tools. So in this template, that again, when I share all the materials for this particular training, you will have access to it. You will have the slides, all that stuff. You will get this. But under lead gen tools here, I tell you to use the following links to post on social media, email, blog posts, even text messages to generate leads. And then I've got a little video here. Watch this video to learn more about what a squeeze page is and what to do with it. And then I've got these little videos here that these are older videos. And eventually when I finish with what we're doing tonight, maybe I'll update it and do new videos. I don't know if this series is going to be better than these or not. We'll see. But these little short videos to teach you how to do each one of these. And then I've got little areas like, okay, great. You created a multi-property squeeze page. You can save the link here and save the link here. So we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna show you how you would use this. All right. So let's pretend you're gonna use the setup template, and you're like, you know what? I am gonna make my very first squeeze page, and we're gonna do a simple one. Let's start out with open houses, because you know that's a good one. So here I am in multi-property squeeze pages, and you can choose a city, a county, or a zip. You can also draw on the map, and we'll get to that one in a bit. but let's just start out with something easy. So I just want to do, I like East Grand Rapids. East Grand Rapids is a city. It's basically a city within a city, and it's very hoity-toity, and it's the place where you actually want to go look at open houses because the houses are so nice and old. They're older and they have so much character, and each one's very unique, and it's just a treat to go to the open houses. So I'm going to do that one, East Grand Rapids. You remember that, don't you, Mike? From talked about this before. So, and then what I can do is I can choose the listing type. I can choose a few of these. So let's say I want to do, well, I definitely want a single family, but you know what? I also want to do condos because in East Grand Rapids, they are building some like new fancy condos in that area. Not a ton, but some. Okay. I'm not going to worry about the price range in this particular case for open houses because in East Grand Rapids, the prices are going to be anywhere from $250,000 to $2 million. So, but they're, you know, mostly on the high end, you know, 400,000 and up. So I'm just going to leave it. And then here under options, now this is where it's going to get hairy from you guys because I don't have a mouse and this part doesn't work very well where you can see the drop down. But let me move this over here. So I can't, you know, I can't really show you all the different possibilities here, but there's like fixer upper, just listed, newly built, all, you know, reduced, but I can type it. Horse property. So I'm going to click open house. So that's selecting the options that I want. What options do I want this multi-property squeeze page to curate? Well, I want all the open houses that are coming up in East Grand Rapids that are single family homes and condos. That's what I want, okay? Now, where am I gonna post this? Well, if you're brand new and you don't know yet, you might say, well, I'm just gonna call the source general because I wanna save this and post it anywhere and I don't care yet. That's fine. For our purposes right now, I'm gonna say Facebook and I'm just gonna use FB as the nickname. I could type Facebook, but I'm going to use FB. It's just easier. Now, hashtags. Let's talk about hashtags for a minute. Hashtags are simply a category, a tag that you come up with, that you give your squeeze page this tag so that you can do a couple things. Number one, you might want to organize it. You might want to find it. So let's say you're going to get a ton of different leads from posting this squeeze page, and you want to go into your kvCore CRM and you want to find who are all my leads that came in from that particular post, this particular squeeze page. Well, if you give it a hashtag that you can identify, that's one way that you're going to be able to search for that hashtag. And let's do that. We're going to call this, let's call this EastGR Open House. Okay. So East Grand Rapids. So EGR Open House is the tag I'm giving this. So when I get all these leads in, I will be able to know, okay, I got this lead from this squeeze page, and I can, you know, search in the kvCore CRM for this hashtag and find all the leads that came up, okay? And maybe I can take an action with those leads. You know, maybe I have email addresses for all of them, and I could put them on an open house list that I could send them frequently. Okay, so that's one reason to do hashtags. Sure, you can absolutely put in dates of an open house. You can do whatever you want. Just remember what the heck you did. Save it somewhere, and I'm going to talk about that next. So you can, you know, let's say you have an open house today, 8/19/19. Okay. So this squeeze page that I'm building, I want you to understand the squeeze page I'm building, this squeeze page link that I'm going to create is going to always be good. it's gonna always, I can always use this link over and over and over again forever if I want to, because there's always gonna be East Grand Rapids listings that have open houses coming up that are single family homes or condos, and it's always gonna update the information. So I don't have to recreate this link ever again if I don't want to, okay? Anyway, back to hashtags. So the other reason that you might use a hashtag besides organizing and finding and being able to take an action with a lead that comes in with a certain hashtag is you might use the hashtag to trigger a certain campaign. So you might want a certain campaign. Siri's telling me what a political campaign is right now. No. I don't remember telling Siri to talk, but anyway, she's telling me what a political campaign is, but we're not talking about that. Okay, anyway, so let's say I want to trigger a specific campaign to reach out to these leads. For example, maybe I know I'm going to put this on Facebook, and I want these leads to know that I know that they found me on Facebook, and I want to tell them how great I am and that I can help them. And that I'm on Facebook. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you about that in a minute. So I have a campaign, it's called Facebook Buyer. And the first email that goes to anybody that clicks a link on Facebook that's a property that they're viewing, they get an email that says, and the subject line says, about the property you viewed on Facebook. And it has a little smiley face in the subject line. And then it says, hi there, I noticed that you viewed this property, and it automatically fills in. I noticed you viewed this property, and I'm a realtor in the area, and I want to know if you have any questions about this property, and I'd love to assist you with any of your real estate questions, so let me know. You know, it's just so I activate that, and it's a shorter, kind of a lower touch campaign that I created that I want to go out just for those particular people. So that's another reason you might use a hashtag, okay? And you, again, you're going to come up with these. You just got to remember what they are, and you know, and keep the link. So that's that. All right.
Sylvia,
Yes.
Someone, when I very first started with EXP, encouraged me to make a spreadsheet to keep track of all my squeeze pages and the hashtags and all that. And I had to step out of the room for a minute, but I don't think you said that. So that might help people, because I said once you make them, you can never kind of find those links again. That's true, right? I haven't found a way.
Yep. Once you get off that page, you'll never find it again. So you'd have to recreate it. So back to my kvCore setup template, that's where you can start doing this. And so right now we're starting with multi-property squeeze pages. And I'm going to show you how you can start using this template to start saving those links. Although in the future, you might make so many squeeze pages, you might, just, create another sheet here where all your squeeze pages and just have a whole sheet of squeeze pages in a variety of ways. But I didn't do that for you. This is kind of for beginners, okay? So, but thank you. All right, so going back to the squeeze page, let's see. Mike, yes. So Mike's asking, is a squeeze page for buyers to search properties? That's one way to do it. So here we are back to our squeeze page. Again, we decided who are the types of buyers we want to attract. Well, we want to attract buyers who are interested in East Grand Rapids homes and like to go to open houses. And also this is providing a great value because people in my area like to go to open houses in East Grand Rapids, even just for entertainment. Okay, so that's what I said. I want single family condos that are open houses in East Grand Rapids. I'm going to post this on Facebook. The two hashtags I'm using are EGR open house, so that I can organize these leads, so I can keep track of who these leads are, so that I can find them again if I want to find in all the leads that came in from this particular squeeze page. And also I'm using Facebook buyers another hashtag because I'm going to use that hashtag to activate a particular campaign. Now, if you didn't put any hashtags in here at all, that is fine. You do not have to put any hashtags. I'm telling you why you might want to put in hashtags and a couple reasons for that and what they can do for you. Okay. Next, Facebook cover photo. So this is basically not just Facebook cover photo, but if you posted this in LinkedIn or Nextdoor or whatever. But it just says Facebook cover photo. It should say preview cover photo, I think. But so you've got these options. You can use listings from the search results, but if it has listings that are not EXP listings, and in your area that is not compliant, something to be aware of. So then there's also use recent listings from your agency, even if it's outside your search results. Use low price listings from your agency, even if it's outside your search results. Use high price, use random listings, whatever. I live in Michigan. I can promote any listings I want to with any brokerage in Michigan because our kvCore website is compliant. Each listing says who the listing is provided by. This listing's provided by Remax Sunquest. This listing's provided by Bella Bay Realty. Whatever the, so each, so the site is compliant. We get all this information from the MLS anyway. So, oh, Mike, that would be fantastic. I would love a case of Diet Coke. Can you teleport it here and can it be cold? Okay. So the next part is you can choose how many property views are allowed before registration. Now, a lot of people asked for this. They said, I want the people that come to my website, I want them to see a few pictures before we require registration. So kvCore did that for us. The default is actually 2. At first, when this first came out, I'm going to do 3 or 5, but you know what? That's way too many. People are going to see lots of pictures, and then they might never want to keep looking. So I decided that in this case, for these types of squeeze pages, 2 is great. They're going to see like a couple different pictures, and it's going to interest them enough to decide to log in. And the login page that comes up says enter your email address or log in with Facebook or log in with Google. And a lot of people choose to log in with Facebook or Google just because it's easier, because they're already logged into Facebook anyway or Google anyway from their computer. So they just click and they're in, and then you get the lead information quick, easily. So anyway, I like this one best. And then finally, we're going to click generate link.
Can you show those 2 links again, please?
What, these 2 links?
Yes. Where'd you get them from?
Okay, so all I did, once I selected all this other stuff, then I clicked on generate link. Okay, so, and we'll do a couple more of these, so don't worry.
Okay, I was distracted. I'm sorry. I missed that part. Thank you.
That's okay. So what you're going to do, you're going to choose what the area is, what the listing type is, any of these things that you want to do, the options here at Open House, the source, hashtags, and all these things. You need to select all this stuff first before you click on generate link, because the link that's going to generate is going to show how this is built. And I'm going to talk about that in 2 seconds. All right, so I've got here what's called the direct link. And I've also got what's called the short link. If we look at the direct link, you'll see that it is my URL, sylviadana.exprealty.com. And then it is East Grand Rapids is the city and the area that I have selected. Okay. And the rest, we're just kind of scroll through till. So basically what this link is going to do is going to show me exactly how I built the squeeze page. Okay, so open houses is the option that I chose. So that's the type of listings. And the source is Facebook. So CPPC, pay per click is what that means. But the source is Facebook, and it's going to add hashtag. So ADDHT stands for add hashtag, EGR open house, and Facebook buyer. So what that direct link is, it's a long link. It's telling me exactly how I built the link. And it's almost like code. So when the link comes in, that link tells itself, it tells kvCore how to bring in the link and what to assign that lead. So what I'm going to do though is I'm just going to copy just the short link. I'm going to copy just the short link, and I'm going to go into my spreadsheet or my kvCore setup template or wherever I'm going to start saving links to start. You know, I do it a lot in my notes, my Mac notes, and here I save a lot of links. So yeah, well, you save them wherever you want to, wherever you want to feel organized. If you don't want to save links and you want to create them over and over again every time, go for it. I don't care. All right. So we're doing multi-property squeeze pages. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give this the title of Open Houses in East Grand Rapids, EG, okay? And I'm going to paste the short link here. And the reason, you guys, what I do, and just in this template and the way that Google spreadsheets work, I click on here on where I want it to go, and then up here is where I actually paste it so that it keeps the formatting. You'll see what I'm talking about. But anyway, that's just how I got used to doing it. And then I give it a little description. And again, this is a note for myself. These are just notes that I'm saving this link right now. These are just notes for myself so that I know what the heck this is. So I'm going to say these are EGR single family and condos open houses. And that's what these are. And I gave it the source of FB. And I'm going to post this anywhere in Facebook. And when I say anywhere in Facebook, I could post this wherever I'm allowed to post it in Facebook. My business page, my personal page, maybe a Facebook group for my neighborhood. Anywhere in Facebook. Okay. And then I gave it 2 hashtags. And then, again, this is my notes for me to remember what I did. I gave that hashtag, and I gave it this hashtag. Oops. Okay, those are the hashtags I gave. So I just saved this. Now I know. Now that I saved it, I'm going to click on. So again, how this particular template works, you guys. Is I'm going to just hover over this link. I'm going to click on the link. And what you'll notice about that short link that we saved is it automatically converted into the long link. So remember that direct link that I was showing you how it's built? That short link automatically converts to the long link. So we're good to go. Okay? Now, and this is fine. This particular list right now is only having 5 results. Well, because it's Monday. And once it gets to be Thursday and Friday, there'll be a lot more open houses that show up. But it's fine. So this same link is always going to be good. So what I might do is take this link and post it in my Facebook, and I might even schedule it. So let's say I schedule this to go on Thursday, there's probably going to be a lot more open houses on the list, and because this link's always good. So now I'm going to tell you how I post the link. So I'm going to take that link, I copied it, okay, copied it, and now I'm in my Facebook business page, okay, and I am going to wait for it. Right. Oh, this is hilarious. I was showing somebody how to do this the other day, and it's in Orlando. Maybe I'll sell a home in Orlando. Do you think? Okay. All right. I'm in Grand Rapids, Michigan, but whatever. I forgot to delete it. All right. Okay, so I'm going to paste this link. Now notice it's gargantuous, which is fine right now. And once the link and the pictures populate, then I'm gonna get rid of all that gobbledygook up here. I don't need it anymore. The link is still there. And then I've got a couple choices because it's a multi-property squeeze page. I've got choices to use, you know, more than one picture. And maybe I just want to choose one of these. So I'm going to choose, I guess I'll choose this one. I mean, it's still not that great, but I'm going to choose it. And then you will notice here, it says open houses, single family condos in East Grand Rapids. So it tells you exactly what the link is. And I'm going to say, looking for some free entertainment this weekend. Why not hit a few open houses in East Grand Rapids? It's always a treat. Okay. So I'm going to do that. And then I could now post this instantly, but I'm not going to for a couple reasons. It's 8:43 at night, and that's not a good time to post things. But also, I want this link to be posted more towards the weekend. So I could choose to post this Thursday, and I'm gonna choose Friday morning. So in Facebook, it gives you the option of scheduling. So I'm going to click on, instead of share now, I'm going to click on this little arrow and I'm going to click on schedule. Okay, and I'm going to schedule this for Friday at 8:55 a.m. And I am going to schedule it. And then it says schedule post, schedule it. And now it's scheduled. I'm going to delete this guy. So the next thing that I'm going to do, let's say I've scheduled a lot of links, you know, for the future, a lot of posts. So I'm going to go here. I'm back into my business page, and at the top I have publishing tools. I'm going to see what's going on here with my publishing tools. And it shows me all my published posts, but then it will also show me my scheduled posts. So I'm going to click on scheduled posts. I've only got one thing scheduled coming up right now, and I can click on it and look at it, and I can edit it if I want to. Oops. All right. So that's what you're going to do with, that's one thing that you can do with your squeeze page. Now, the other thing that once this posts, I can share it to my personal profile too. So for example, I use Instagram. Remember at the beginning, I said, I really want you to have an Instagram. The reason I want you to have an Instagram is because it's owned by Facebook, so they work really well together. And you can put a lot of great, interesting photos that people like of food and pets and lifestyle photos and even closings and homes that you like, or staging tips or whatever. And then what you can do is you can set up your Instagram so that it automatically posts to your business page. Well, this is my cat Jack. I've got a few cats, right? More cats than I know what to do with at the very moment, because I went and rescued some kittens a while back and I have to find them homes. But anyway, this is my cat Jack, and on my Instagram account on my phone, I just took his picture because he was so cute on all those pillows, and I posted it to my Instagram account, and I set it up so that every time I do that, I can choose to always publish to my Facebook business page as well. And so it automatically goes. And then, you know, I got people here, you know, 7 people liking and loving and interacting with this post. And so people do like to see the personal stuff. They don't want to just see properties every day because that's boring. Why do you also want to publish again to Facebook business page? The reason that I want to publish my Instagram photos to my business page is on Facebook is, number one, they're lifestyle photos. People like to see pictures of cats. I mean, they just do. They like to see pictures of ice cream and flowers. And you are showing that you live in this community. They like to, you can also take pictures of your closings and your clients and homes that you have listed. And so you don't have to publish things to your business page, but I usually always do. And I get a lot of interaction that way. And the more interaction on your Facebook business page, the better. If people interact with any of your stuff on your Facebook business page, the way the Facebook algorithms work is that Facebook is more likely to show them another post from your Facebook business page because they liked something else that you posted, so they might like you some more. So it's just, you don't want to just post properties all day and just real estate crap all day because that's, ugh. Okay.
Sylvia, I have a question again. Can you show me how you put it on your website again, on your web page?
On the Facebook?
Yeah, you copied the link. No, not on Facebook, on your actual website, the EXP website. I couldn't remember where you inserted the little
this page?
The link. Yes. How did you insert the link on your business page? On your on your website.
I didn't insert it. I generated it. So
okay.
So we're going to create some more of these and you'll have a better understanding. So
okay. Because I thought you copied that short link somewhere on your website.
I copied it right here.
Okay. Yeah.
I went to my kvCore setup template because this is where I'm saving the link, and I pasted it right in here.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where I'm saving it. So now,
right.
if I ever want to go back in here, I have that short link in here, and all I have to do is hover over it and click on it, and it will show me the long link. Is that what you're?
Yeah. Okay. So that. How does it affect? I'm trying to see the results of your website because that's where you put the squeeze page. Is that not right? I mean, you put it on Facebook, but you also put it on your website, didn't you?
Put it on my website. It doesn't go anywhere on my website.
Okay.
I create it from the back end of my website.
Okay.
But if this is getting advanced here, this is getting advanced. But let's pretend it was super important for you to put this on your website. So, so right now, so if somebody comes to my website right now, they're not going to find that squeeze page anywhere. I mean, that squeeze page is designed to be put on Facebook and to attract buyers from Facebook, and it's going to automatically trigger a specific campaign for my Facebook buyers. So if I wanted to create the same type of squeeze page though for my website and maybe have it in as a drop down, page, or put it in the resources and I had a link to open houses in Grand Rapids link or extra, I could create more squeeze pages, but that's way more advanced than I want to get. And that really isn't really going to do you much good as far as generating leads right away.
Okay, so squeeze pages are for Facebook and Instagram and others. Is that?
Squeeze pages are for to post anywhere online in a digital format, not just Facebook, but Twitter,
right.
Reddit.
But not necessarily, it's not for your website now. So, yeah, okay, so.
I mean, so if somebody wants to come to your website and they want to search, they can just go, I want to be in East Grand Rapids and I want single family and condos. And I'm going to, oh, you know what else I want? I want more options. Let's see. I want open houses. Okay. So there it is. Now it's on my website because somebody searched for what they wanted.
Okay, I see. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So but I created a squeeze. Remember we talked about fly paper? So I'm creating a squeeze page and I'm putting it out there in the world beyond my website, and I'm attracting different types of buyers for different types of things. And right now what I'm trying to do is attract those higher end buyers that want to buy in East Grand Rapids and want to see those homes. Okay, and so I'm putting it out there in the world. All right. Yes. Okay. So let me answer now Julie's question. So here is the squeeze page, right? And this is the squeeze page you're going to see. Here's the open houses. And so here is me consumer. And again, by Friday morning, there's going to be like 20 more open houses. So there'll be a lot more things for people to look at. But then I can say, okay, here's the open house list. Ooh, what's this one? This one looks fun. This one looks great. Wow, $255,000 in a condo. That is cheap. I could afford that. I want to live there. I want to live in East Grand Rapids in that beautiful place for $225,000. Neato. Okay, so here I am. So because I'm already registered as a consumer on my site, it didn't force any registration. But after 2 property views, it would. And so anyway, so here I am, and it takes me right to my website, and this is what they're going to see. And then I start, and then maybe they'll hang out on your website for a while. Who knows? But it doesn't matter because you got the lead, and now you can start sending them stuff if you want to. Okay, so the gist of it was we built a squeeze page. We posted it somewhere and we saved the link. We're going to do one more. All right, so if that was too fast the first time, we're going to do another type of a multi-property squeeze page. Now, I told you can do this by city, you can do it by zip, you can do it by area, but let's do it on a map. So, because I just want to show you how this works. It's kind of dumb how it shows you just the entire United States, but I'm just going to click on here until I get close. And what I'm going to do, so there's a specific neighborhood in my area that in kvCore, and also in my MLS, I can't just search. So because it's a neighborhood. I can't just search for the neighborhood. But I know the general streets, the general location. So, oops. So there's East Hills, East Town, and Alger Heights. There it is. So let's say I want to highlight Alger Heights. So I'm going to draw area. And I am going to click. Then I basically do this. All right, that's Alger Heights. Okay, it's a rough idea of Alger Heights, but I'm going to go with it. So I just drew a map, and now I can tell the map's there because it says edit map, so I know I've got my area. Okay, so that's the area I chose. And let's say I want to do not open houses, but Alger Heights is a desirable area. So I could do options, with pools or whatever. But there's pretty much hardly any listings in our area, and Alger Heights is a desirable area. So I'm just going to do like all the listings. Like I'm not going to put any restrictions on this. All right. And I am for our purposes, because I want to say something else about campaigns here. For our purposes, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna still call it Facebook because I intend to post this on Facebook. Maybe I could, if I want to post on Nextdoor, I could post on Nextdoor, but I could call the source Nextdoor. Or if I don't know and I just want to have it and I don't care, I could just call the source general, just so I can post it anywhere and I never have to worry about the source. But if you ever want to track your sources and figure out where most of your leads are coming from, it's good to design a squeeze page specifically for a source. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and keep Facebook buyer here. But I'm also going to give it a hashtag of Alger Heights buyer, because this tells me that this buyer is interested in Alger Heights. And I am just using that particular hashtag as Alger Heights buyer is organization for me. I'm using the Facebook buyer tag to trigger a specific campaign that I'm going to tell you about. But Alger Heights is a way just for me to organize people of what they're interested in. I'm going to go ahead and keep use listings from search results. I'm going to keep 2 property views, and I'm going to generate the link. Now it's creating a whole new link because that was the old one. This is a whole new link. I told you about the long link and what that looks like, and this is the short link. And now I just want to take this short link that I've copied. I'm just going to paste it into the URL and see, how does it look? Are there enough listings right now for the squeeze page to make it at all interesting? The other thing that you need, because I drew a map, the map layout is what it's going to default to, and it's going to show you, it's showing you what area that is selected, and that's good. And there's 7 results. That's good enough. So this is a great little kind of hipster neighborhood. Everybody loves it. It's a mature neighborhood, and there's 7 results. So I like that. So I am going to, what I would do, people are in, I'm going to paste that short link like so, and I'm going to call this Alger Heights listings. And I'm going to call this, again, this is just a note for me, all listings in map area Alger Heights. Again, this is just a reference for me. I gave it Facebook. I want to post this anywhere in Facebook. And oops, dang it. I didn't mean to just do what I just did. Wait, hang on. Okay. And then so Facebook buyer was one hashtag, and cats are fighting. Alger Heights buyer was another hashtag. Okay, so again, that's just for me. I like that. And then now I'm going to take you through just one more time, because I know you need to see it again. First, I'm going to fix this. All right. So here's the link, you guys, and let's pretend I'm going to post this on Facebook again, just as a good example. So now I just took, so this is the actual squeeze page. This is the long link. Try it again. I'm going to go to posts. This page. I really should have my air conditioning on, and I don't right now, and I'm basically dying. Come on. Okay. Hopefully this generates properly this time. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so it needed the long link in that case. All right, so I'm gonna check it out. And now again, I could keep all of the listings in here, but I'm not going to. What I like to do is I usually like to pick the most dynamic looking picture. So in this case, I'm gonna just choose that picture. And I don't know why it's saying homes in Michigan. Dumb. You know why? Here's why. Oh, that is interesting. Okay, I just learned something, and it's fine. It's fine. So I didn't realize this before. Here's why it says just homes in Michigan. The reason it does is because when you draw a map, it's not smart enough to know where you drew the map. It doesn't really know. So it just says homes in Michigan in the preview. And that is fine, because the map for me is important, because I want it to be, I want it to be the neighborhood. So I'm going to say, curious about moving into, the desirable Alger Heights neighborhood. I didn't spell desirable right. Neighborhood. See all the Alger Heights listings here and let me know if I can show you one of these homes. Exclamation point. All right, and then because of the time of day, I am going to schedule this, and I'm going to schedule it for not tomorrow, but the next day at 9:18 a.m. and schedule. So there it is.
Sylvia, I have another question.
I'm ready.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. What I was worried about is, when it says post your agency listings that could be outside the area, okay? Where does it show the listing, giving the listing agent credit? Do you have to show that somewhere, or you just posting this? I mean, I want to be real careful that I don't, that I get permission or whatever, but on these, I mean, these are not your listings, they're everybody's listings. Is that right?
Yes, they're not even just EXP listings either. So the way that in my area, it's an open house list. It's all the listings list that I'm providing. All this data is from our MLS, and I'm not focusing on just one listing. I'm focusing on all. Now, if I wanted to be extra super duper careful, what I could do is I could take that whatever featured listing I showed, how I picked that one picture, put in parentheses at the end of that post. I could say featured home listed by Remax Sunquest, if I wanted to. But otherwise, in the list on each single property squeeze page, it says who it's provided by. And that's how our are compliant.
Okay, that's what I want to be careful of. And because what I was choosing was like just I'm from Panama City Beach, Inlet Beach, 38, Florida. And this was the first squeeze page I've done. And I chose Inlet Beach, and it's like $1 million homes. Nice. And so can I pay, I'm just, as long as it's got the agent's name somewhere on those houses, I should be fine.
And it doesn't even have to just be the agent's name. It just has to be their brokerage. Oh,
the brokerage. Okay.
Yes. These are compliant. Okay. Our websites are compliant. So now I will tell you, if I was going to post just let's say I was going to post this particular listing as my favorite listing of the day, I would, and just feature this one property and not a list. I would put I would post the link, and then I would definitely say in the copy, in parentheses at the end of the post, this is my I'd say this is my favorite listing of the day. I love the windows on this, in this property. I love the backyard in this property. Let me know if you'd like me to schedule a showing for you. And then in parentheses, I would say listing provided by Remax Sunquest or whatever, that area, definitely that's how I would do it if I was doing a single property squeeze page, even though I'm still compliant because the actual link does say it, but just out of courtesy, because I never want to come across like I'm trying to promote this as my own listing. Right. And whatever. I just don't want, that doesn't feel nice to me because I wouldn't want
Yeah. Yeah, what I was concerned about though is when I chose that the Facebook where I picked it from, like, is it random and it says your agency, I think. Well, it looks like it picked more than just my agency, even though it said it was going to pick EXP is what I'm understanding, but it didn't.
So if it's selecting other images outside your agency and you don't want it to do that, or it's a problem, I mean, it could be a bug in kvCore, and that's what I'm going to tell you is to go into this kvCore support and share the squeeze page. And you can even like take, a screenshot of how you built it, share the squeeze page, and then share the squeeze page with them and say, it's not, this is what I want to, but it's not doing it. Help me. And so they need to know because this stuff breaks.
The parameters have to be right. You're right.
And so they need to know, and unfortunately, we get to be the ones who have to tell them, like, every day, all the things that are wrong. And I feel bad for them, but I feel bad for us because, but it's what we have to do to get this thing up and running tighter. And it's getting there. It's getting better and better all the time. So as far as multi-property squeeze pages and, how to do it and what to do with it, does anybody have anything yet? Okay, Harvey, see you later. Does anybody have any questions about that? Because we are going to end, and I'm not going to be able to cover everything tonight that I wanted to. So we're going to have to wait for the single property squeeze page next time, Mike. And I'm sorry, but it's just, I cannot, it just is what it is.
Okay.
But
Sylvia, I just had one more time, but when you say multi-property squeeze page, that just means many homes versus one home. Is that right? Is that what it means?
Yeah. So, a curated list of properties that have been designed, so you're looking for, let's say, so you're looking for all the homes with pools, or you're doing all the homes that are in the 300,000s, or all the homes that are listing in that neighborhood, or, so it's a list of several properties.
Okay, gotcha.
Have something in common. I do want to tell you a couple things. We are going to end in a minute, but if you did go ahead and take this template, if you go to this template, you guys, and you go to the lead gen tools, and you just can't wait till next week. I've got all these links here: how to build a multi-property squeeze page, how to build a single property squeeze page, seller squeeze page, screening call capture. So it's right here. I am going to copy this again and put it in the chat. So if you want to see it, there it is. Okay, Julie's asking, does multi-property force registration? I seem to remember somebody telling me that single property is better than multi-property. Okay, no, so as you can see here, you can choose here how many property views are allowed before registration. So I can choose, for whatever reason, how many pictures of a property that lead can see before I ask them to log in with their email address, their Facebook account, or their Google account. And, I just always like to leave it on the default. It always works fine. I still get lots of leads that way. And yeah, so it's going to force the registration if that's how I choose it. Maybe I'll put never here and I'll never get a lead from what I post, and that's just silly, but maybe you have a reason for doing that. So yes. So, but I have talked, if you've heard me talk about before, I have talked about single property squeeze pages and how I tend to generate a lot more leads from single property squeeze pages for a variety of reasons, but we're not going to get into that tonight. What I do want to get into right now, though, before we end tonight, just so this has a more complete thought, is a little bit about this campaign, Facebook Buyer, because I've mentioned it a lot of times, and I talked about how with your squeeze pages, one thing that they're doing is they are targeting a specific type of buyer for a specific type of reason. You're kind of throwing, you know, darts against the wall or spaghetti against the wall or whatever until something sticks kind of mentality. You know, so you're creating a variety of different types of squeeze pages, putting it out there online, seeing who's going to take a bite. And then you want to use the hashtags to organize these people, or B, use the hashtags to trigger a certain campaign. So what I want to do right now to finish the thought, so this is kind of a complete thought, is smart campaigns. I have this campaign called Facebook Buyer, and we're not going to talk a lot about campaigns right now. In a couple weeks we will. So next week what we're going to do is I'm going to finish this segment about squeeze pages, and we'll do single property squeeze pages next time. We'll do market report squeeze pages, and we'll do call capture text codes. That'll be next week's topic. And then the week after that will be campaigns. Okay. But I just want to finish the thought with this. So I have this campaign called Facebook Buyer. And all it is it's a default buyer campaign that I have revamped. And what happens is on the day after they've looked at a property that I posted on Facebook, they get this email. And it says, "Hi, I noticed you checked out a home for sale that was posted on Facebook the other day. I'm a local realtor. I'd love to know what you think about the listing. I need your feedback. What do you think about the presentation? How about the price? Who do you know that might be interested in buying this home? Do you have any real estate questions?" So this is the first email that goes out to those leads, because it's and the other thing I can do now, I have to edit this, but the other thing I do now is I can add this this new merge tag that will put in the address of the last property they viewed on Facebook. So anyway, and it just kind of speaks directly to them, and that's why I have it. So it starts when the Facebook buyer tag is added. That's when it's going to start. So what I'm going to do for you, for those of you that are on here, is I have this campaign and how to build it with step-by-step instructions. I'm going to give it to you. Facebook buyer, and I literally have directions step by step. Again, this is designed for a squeeze page that has a Facebook buyer tag that you've added. What's going to happen is it's going to automatically trigger that campaign for those leads that came in. And then finally, that leads me to the Smart CRM and searching by hashtag, because I just want to make sure I mention that on this video, because this is just so that we're touching on things. We're going to go deeper in this magical series. We are going to go deeper with these topics. But anyway, when you're searching in your Smart CRM, there's a couple things you need to know. When you're searching, you do have to add the hashtag itself. When you're creating a hashtag, you should not. When you're creating a hashtag, you don't put the number sign hashtag first when you're creating a hashtag. You only do that when you're searching for it. So basically what you're telling the search system to do is to find a hashtag specifically, not just the word Facebook buyer, but the hashtag. So it knows. So anyway, so these are some of the leads that have come in with that particular link. And then the other thing about it is then I can identify those leads that are on that campaign as well. Because in kvCore, there is no way that I know of to search for how do I find all the leads that are on a specific campaign. There's no way to search for it unless you have a hashtag assigned to them. So now I can know, okay, all these people have had that campaign. And now, so that's good information if I need to know it. All right. So Julie's confused. A campaign, something different that happens. Okay. Yeah. So Julie, you've got a lot of moving parts here. So number one, the whole reason that you're doing these squeeze pages is because you want leads. You want to meet strangers online. Okay, that's what you want. You want leads, and you want to meet strangers online who might want to buy or sell a house. And so you're creating these squeeze pages that target certain types of buyers, whether it's price range, whether it's area, whether it's people who are looking for fixer-uppers or reduced properties or homes with pools, whatever your little heart desires, be creative. You're putting these out there like fishing hooks, trying to get some bites. You get the lead, and that's great. Now, what's going to happen is if you have followed my previous directions and you have downloaded the default buyer and the default seller campaign, then what's going to happen is those leads are automatically going to get followed up on with a default buyer or default seller campaign. So you're okay if you've done that. So again, how to do that? You click on Start Campaign, you go to your kvCore library, and you see if you have any campaigns that are active. And the way you know they're active is they've got these little blue thing is on. That means it's active. And if you don't have any campaigns in there, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pick, and I like just the little ones, the conversion default seller and the conversion default buyer campaigns. Add those to your library, activate them, and that way for any new seller lead that comes in or any new buyer lead comes in, those leads will get spoken to via email or text automatically with these campaigns. So yes, you're getting the lead. They come in and you want to interact with them, and maybe you're a great agent and they have a number and you're gonna pick up the phone and you're gonna call them, or you're gonna send them your own manual email, and that is beautiful. Do those things. But until you get to them, you have a drip campaign following up with them for you in the form of, tasks it's assigning you to make a call or to write a handwritten note card or or sending an email automatically for you or a text message for you. Yes, and that's a couple weeks away. We're going to talk more about campaigns. But I just wanted to talk about it because we were talking about hashtags. So I wanted to talk about why a hashtag could trigger a campaign and how a hashtag could help you organize the leads that are coming in. So I mentioned it and I just wanted to touch on it, but we're going to go deeper in the future. Okay?